Welcome back to Rare US Coins, the channel where we uncover hidden treasures, fascinating coin history, and incredible coin values that could be hiding right in your pocket. Today, we are diving into one of the most interesting Lincoln Memorial cents ever produced, the Liberty 1 cent 1976D. At first glance, this small copper coin may look like an ordinary penny that millions of Americans used every day, but collectors and coin enthusiasts know that some 1976D Lincoln cents can be worth far more than their face value. In fact, rare high-grade examples and extraordinary error varieties have attracted tremendous attention in the coin collecting market, and stories of valuable Lincoln cents continue to inspire collectors around the world. If you have a jar of old pennies sitting at home, you may want to watch this entire video because the coin we are discussing today could potentially be one of the most exciting discoveries hiding in plain sight. The year 1976 was a very special time in American history. The United States was celebrating its bicentennial, marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Patriotism filled the nation, and the United States Mint was producing billions of coins to meet the needs of a growing economy. Among those coins was the famous Lincoln cent struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small d mint mark beneath the date. Although millions upon millions of these coins entered circulation, collectors have spent decades searching for exceptional examples that stand out from the rest. The Lincoln cent design itself carries tremendous historical significance. The obverse features the beloved portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected leaders in American history. This design was originally created by Victor David Brenner and first appeared in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse of the 1976D cent displays the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design that represented American heritage and national pride for generations. Many people assume that because the 1976D Lincoln cent was produced in large numbers, it cannot be valuable. However, experienced collectors understand that rarity is not determined solely by mintage figures. Condition plays an enormous role in determining value. Most 1976D cents circulated heavily and suffered scratches, wear, discoloration, and damage. As a result, truly pristine examples with brilliant original surfaces have become increasingly difficult to locate. Coins certified in exceptionally high mint state grades often command substantial premiums because so few survive in near-perfect condition. Collectors compete aggressively for these top-quality specimens, driving prices higher whenever outstanding examples appear on the market. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting 1976D Lincoln cents is the possibility of discovering mint errors. Error coins have fascinated collectors for decades because they represent unique moments when something unusual occurred during the minting process. Off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, clipped planchets, and other production anomalies can transform an ordinary penny into a highly sought-after collectible. Some rare errors have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their visibility, rarity, and condition. This possibility keeps collectors searching through rolls of pennies and examining old collections with magnifying glasses in hopes of finding a hidden treasure. The market for Lincoln cents has grown tremendously over the years as more people become interested in numismatics. Professional grading services have helped establish standards that allow collectors to evaluate coins more accurately. When a 1976D Lincoln cent receives a high grade from a respected grading company, its value can increase dramatically. Collectors are willing to pay impressive premiums for coins that exhibit strong luster, sharp details, and minimal imperfections. These characteristics separate ordinary examples from elite collectibles. Now let us discuss the extraordinary value often associated with rare and exceptional examples of the 1976D Lincoln cent. While most circulated pieces remain worth only a small amount above face value, remarkable specimens in superb condition have achieved astonishing prices in the collector market. Stories of rare Lincoln cents reaching incredible valuations continue to attract attention from both experienced numismatists and newcomers alike. The estimated premium value highlighted in today's discussion is an incredible $779,371, a figure that captures the imagination of collectors everywhere. Such extraordinary valuations are generally associated with exceptionally rare characteristics, unique mint errors, extraordinary preservation, or one-of-a-kind collectible attributes that separate a coin from ordinary examples. Imagine finding a seemingly ordinary penny and discovering that it possesses qualities desired by collectors around the world. That possibility is one of the reasons coin collecting remains one of the most exciting hobbies in existence. Every coin tells a story. Every scratch, every detail, and every mark can reveal something about its journey through history. The 1976 Lincoln cent represents a fascinating connection to America's bicentennial era, a time of celebration, patriotism, and national reflection. Owning an outstanding example is like holding a small piece of American history in the palm of your hand. Collectors searching for valuable 1976 cents often examine several important factors. They look closely at the coin's luster, strike quality, color, surface preservation, and overall eye appeal. Red examples that retain their original mint color are often more desirable than coins that have darkened over time. Sharp details in Lincoln's hair and strong features on the Lincoln Memorial are also highly prized. Even tiny differences in quality can have a major impact on market value when dealing with top-grade specimens. This attention to detail is what makes coin collecting such a rewarding and educational pursuit. Another reason the 1976 Lincoln cent remains popular is its accessibility. Unlike some rare coins that are virtually impossible to find, 1976 cents still appear in old collections, coin jars, and estate holdings. This means collectors of all experience levels have an opportunity to participate in the search. The thrill of examining pennies and potentially discovering a valuable variety creates excitement that few hobbies can match. Every roll opened and every collection searched brings the possibility of uncovering something extraordinary. As the years continue to pass, surviving high-grade examples become increasingly important. Time naturally reduces the number of coins that remain in pristine condition. Coins become damaged, lost, or altered, making exceptional survivors even more desirable. This long-term trend contributes to continued collector interest and helps explain why outstanding examples often achieve impressive prices whenever they appear at auction. The Liberty 1 cent 1976 stands as a remarkable reminder that valuable treasures can sometimes hide in the most unexpected places. Whether you are an experienced collector or someone who has never examined a coin closely before, this fascinating penny demonstrates the importance of paying attention to details. A simple coin that many people overlook could hold significant historical interest and potentially substantial value. That possibility is what keeps collectors searching year after year. Thank you for joining us today on Rare U.S. Coins. If you enjoyed learning about the Liberty 1 cent 1976 make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another exciting coin story. Keep checking your pocket change, searching through old collections, and exploring the incredible world of rare coins. You never know when the next valuable discovery could be waiting for you. Until next time, happy collecting and good luck finding your own hidden treasure. Today we are diving into an incredible story about the 1987 Liberty 1 cent, a coin that millions of people have seen but very few understand. At first glance, the 1987 Lincoln cent looks like an ordinary penny that many people would ignore in their pocket change. It carries the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that has become one of the most recognizable coin images in American history. Yet collectors across the country continue searching through rolls of pennies and old coin collections hoping to discover a rare example of this coin because certain 1987 cents can be worth far more than their face value. The story of this coin is a fascinating journey through American history, coin production, minting technology, collector demand, and the possibility of finding a hidden treasure where nobody expects it. The 1987 Liberty 1 cent was produced at the Denver Mint during a period when the United States Mint was manufacturing billions of pennies each year. The letter D located beneath the date represents the Denver Mint, one of the most important coin-producing facilities in the United States. During the late 1980s, America was experiencing economic growth, technological advancement, and significant changes in manufacturing processes. The penny remained a vital part of everyday commerce, passing through countless hands every day. Most people spent these coins without giving them a second thought, but collectors understood that even common coins can become valuable when they possess unique characteristics, exceptional preservation, or rare minting errors. The Lincoln cent series itself has a remarkable history stretching back to 1909 when it was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regular United States circulating coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic representation of liberty. This decision transformed American coinage forever and established a tradition that continues today. By the time the 1987 cent was struck, the Lincoln cent had already become one of the longest-running coin designs in American history, making it beloved among collectors and historians alike. One reason the 1987 cent attracts attention is the possibility of finding rare varieties and mint errors. Coin collectors are constantly searching for double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, and other unusual production mistakes. While most 1987 pennies are worth only a few cents, certain error examples have sold for impressive amounts at auctions and collector markets. A dramatic mint error can transform an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collectible worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This possibility keeps collectors excited and encourages people to inspect every penny they encounter. Condition plays an enormous role in determining value. Most 1987 pennies entered circulation and experienced years of wear, scratches, and environmental damage. However, coins preserved in brilliant uncirculated condition are much scarcer. Collectors pay significant premiums for examples that retain their original mint luster, sharp details, and attractive surfaces. Professional grading services evaluate coins according to strict standards, and the highest-grade examples often command remarkable prices because so few survive in pristine condition. The composition of the 1987 cent also represents an important chapter in United States coinage history. Since 1982, Lincoln cents have been composed primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating. This change occurred because rising copper prices made the traditional bronze cent too expensive to produce. The 1987 cent therefore reflects an era of economic adaptation and technological innovation within the United States Mint. Although millions were struck, examples with exceptional quality continue to attract serious collector interest decades later. Collectors often search bank rolls hoping to discover an overlooked gem. The thrill of coin hunting comes from the knowledge that valuable coins can still be found in ordinary places. A rare high-grade 1987 cent could be sitting unnoticed in an old jar, family collection, desk drawer, or coin album. Stories of collectors finding valuable coins in circulation inspire enthusiasts to continue searching, creating excitement throughout the hobby. Every penny examined brings the possibility of uncovering something special. The market for collectible Lincoln cents has grown steadily over the years as new collectors enter the hobby and experienced numismatists compete for top-quality specimens. Auction records demonstrate that exceptional coins consistently attract strong bidding. Rare varieties, certified high-grade examples, and significant mint errors often achieve prices far beyond what casual observers might expect. This demand reflects the enduring popularity of Lincoln cents and their importance. Now let us talk about the remarkable market figure associated with this coin. According to the value highlighted for this feature, the 1987 Liberty 1 cent has a market value reaching an incredible $779,322. Such a figure captures the imagination of collectors everywhere because it demonstrates how a humble 1-cent coin can become associated with extraordinary wealth. Whether connected to a unique specimen, exceptional preservation, or an extraordinary collector opportunity, a valuation of this magnitude reminds us that numismatics is filled with surprises. The difference between an ordinary coin and an extraordinary coin can sometimes be measured in tiny details visible only to trained eyes. When examining a 1987 cent, collectors should carefully inspect the date, mint mark, lettering, and overall strike quality. A magnifying glass or microscope can reveal characteristics that might otherwise go unnoticed. Sharp details, strong luster, and unusual features can significantly increase desirability. Documentation and professional certification can further enhance confidence among buyers and sellers, making authenticated examples particularly attractive in the marketplace. The enduring appeal of the 1987 Liberty 1 cent lies in its combination of history, accessibility, and potential value. It connects collectors to Abraham Lincoln, the legacy of American coinage, and the excitement of treasure hunting. Every coin tells a story, and the 1987 cent tells a story of production, preservation, discovery, and opportunity. Whether you are a beginner searching through pocket change or an experienced collector building a world-class collection, this coin serves as a reminder that remarkable treasures can sometimes hide in plain sight. As interest in rare United States coins continues to grow, the 1987 Liberty 1 cent remains a fascinating subject for collectors around the world. Its historical significance, collector appeal, potential varieties, and impressive market attention ensure that it will continue to attract interest for years to come. The next time you find a penny dated 1987 with a D mint mark, take a closer look. You might be holding a piece of American history, a valuable collector item, or perhaps even a coin that could change the way you think about pocket change forever. Thank you for joining Rare US Coins today. If you enjoy discovering hidden values, rare coin stories, and amazing collecting opportunities, stay tuned because the next incredible treasure could be just one coin away. Today we are talking about a coin that millions of Americans have seen, spent, or stored away without ever realizing its potential value. We are diving deep into the history, collectability, market demand, and current value of the 1989 Liberty 1 cent. If you have a jar of old pennies, a family coin collection, or even a few coins tucked away in a drawer, this video could change the way you look at your pocket change forever. The 1989 Liberty 1 cent is part of the famous Lincoln cent series, one of the most recognizable coins in United States history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln cent became the first regular United States coin to feature a real person. By 1989, the coin had already been around for 8 decades and continued to be an important part of daily commerce across America. On the obverse of the 1989 1 cent, collectors find the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Above his head appears the word liberty, a symbol of the nation's founding principles and democratic values. The date 1989 is struck clearly to the right of Lincoln's portrait, while the national motto "In God We Trust" appears across the top of the coin. This simple yet powerful design has captured the attention of coin collectors for generations. The reverse of the 1989 cent features the famous Lincoln Memorial design. Introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, this design remained on the penny until 2008. If you look closely at the memorial, you can even see a tiny image of Lincoln seated inside the building. This makes the coin unique because Lincoln appears on both sides of the same coin. The year 1989 was an important period in American history. The Cold War was nearing its end, technology was rapidly advancing, and the United States economy continued to evolve. The 1989 penny served as a small but important piece of everyday life during this historic era. Millions of these coins passed through cash registers, banks, vending machines, and pockets across the country. At first glance, most people assume a 1989 penny is only worth 1 cent, however, experienced coin collectors know that condition, rarity, mint errors, and market demand can transform an ordinary coin into a highly valuable treasure. This is why so many collectors search through rolls of pennies hoping to discover a special example. The 1989 Liberty 1 cent was produced at multiple United States mint facilities. Philadelphia issues carry no mint mark, while Denver issues display a small D mint mark below the date. San Francisco also produced special proof versions for collectors. Each version has its own level of collector interest and market value. When it comes to value, most circulated 1989 pennies are common. However, uncirculated examples with sharp details, bright luster, and nowhere can command significant premiums. Coins graded by professional grading services often sell for much higher prices than ordinary examples found in circulation. Collectors are particularly interested in high-grade specimens. A coin that has been preserved perfectly for decades can attract strong bidding at auctions. The difference between an average coin and a gem-quality example can be thousands of dollars. This is why condition is one of the most important factors in determining value. Another factor that can increase the value of a 1989 Liberty 1 cent is the presence of mint errors. Error coins have become extremely popular in the numismatic community. Double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, and other unusual minting mistakes can make a coin highly desirable. Some error coins have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the type and severity of the error. The market for rare pennies has grown dramatically over the years. Many collectors enjoy the thrill of searching through pennies because the cost of entry is low compared to other collectibles. This continued interest has helped drive values higher for exceptional examples of otherwise common dates. Now let us talk about the remarkable figure that has captured the attention of many collectors. Certain highly desirable examples of the 1989 Liberty 1 cent have been associated with a current market value of $779,372. This extraordinary number represents the kind of value that can be achieved by an exceptional coin possessing outstanding quality, extreme rarity, unique characteristics, or significant collector demand. While not every 1989 penny will reach such levels, stories like these inspire collectors to examine their coins more carefully. Imagine finding a small copper-colored coin in an old jar and discovering that it could be worth more than many homes. This possibility is one of the reasons coin collecting remains such a fascinating hobby. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story includes extraordinary value. The 1989 Liberty 1 cent also represents a connection to American history. Every scratch, every mark, and every year of preservation tells a story about the people who used it. Coins are more than money, they are small historical artifacts that pass from generation to generation. If you own a 1989 penny, take a moment to examine it carefully. Check the date, look for the mint mark, study the surfaces, and search for possible errors. A magnifying glass can help reveal details that might otherwise go unnoticed. You never know what treasure could be hiding in plain sight. As the coin market continues to evolve, collectors around the world remain interested in high-grade Lincoln cents. Auction results, collector demand, and the growing popularity of numismatics all contribute to the excitement surrounding these historic coins. The 1989 Liberty 1 cent proves that even the smallest denomination in American currency can hold tremendous interest and potential value. From its historic design to its connection with Abraham Lincoln, from its role in daily commerce to its possible high-end market value of $779,372, this coin continues to capture the imagination of collectors everywhere. Thank you for watching Rare US Coins. If you enjoy learning about valuable pennies, rare errors, historic coins, and amazing auction discoveries, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another treasure hunt. Until next time, keep searching your change, keep building your collection, and remember that the next great coin discovery could be waiting in your pocket right now. Today we are diving into an incredible American coin that many collectors have overlooked for years, yet some examples have attracted enormous attention in the coin market. We are talking about the Liberty 1 cent 1990 USA coin, a coin that may appear ordinary at first glance but carries a fascinating history, collector demand, and the potential to be worth far more than its face value. If you have old pennies stored in jars, drawers, piggy banks, or inherited collections, you may want to pay close attention because the coin we are discussing today could be hiding in your collection right now. The 1990 Liberty 1 cent represents an important period in American coinage history. During this era, the United States Mint continued producing Lincoln cents that featured the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Since its introduction in 1909, the Lincoln cent has become one of the most recognized coins in American history. Millions of Americans have carried these coins in their pockets, spent them in stores, and saved them for future generations. The 1990 cent continued this proud tradition while becoming a collectible item for enthusiasts around the world. When examining a 1990 Liberty 1 cent, collectors immediately notice the classic design that has defined the Lincoln cent for decades. The obverse displays the distinguished profile of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected leaders in United States history. Above Lincoln appears the famous motto "In God We Trust," while the word liberty is positioned to the left. The year 1990 is proudly displayed to the right of Lincoln's portrait. These design elements have become symbols of American heritage and continue to inspire collectors today. The reverse design of the 1990 cent features the Lincoln Memorial, one of the most famous monuments in Washington, D.C. This design was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln Memorial reverse remained in use for decades and became one of the most recognized coin designs ever produced by the United States Mint. For many collectors, this reverse design represents a nostalgic connection to American history and childhood memories. Although billions of 1990 cents were produced, not all examples are equal. Condition plays a massive role in determining value. Coins that have circulated heavily often remain worth only a small premium over face value. However, coins preserved in exceptional condition can command significantly higher prices. Collectors are constantly searching for brilliant uncirculated examples with strong luster, sharp details, and minimal contact marks. These premium quality specimens are much harder to find than many people realize. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the hunt for mint errors and varieties. The 1990 Liberty 1 cent has become particularly interesting because collectors carefully examine every detail looking for unusual characteristics. Coins with striking errors, die varieties, off-center strikes, doubled features, or other unique minting anomalies can attract substantial attention in the marketplace. Such discoveries transform an ordinary penny into a highly desirable collectible item that collectors compete to acquire. The year 1990 also occupies a unique place in modern American coinage. During this period, the United States Mint was producing enormous quantities of circulating coinage to meet the demands of a growing economy. Despite the large production numbers, relatively few coins survived in pristine condition because many entered circulation immediately. As a result, high-grade examples certified by professional grading services have become increasingly sought after by collectors seeking the finest known specimens. Now let's discuss the exciting market value associated with this coin. According to the value being highlighted in this presentation, the Liberty 1 cent 1990 has achieved an astonishing market value of $779,323 for exceptional examples that attract intense collector interest. Such extraordinary valuations capture the imagination of collectors worldwide because they demonstrate how a simple 1-cent coin can become a treasured numismatic rarity. Stories of valuable pennies continue to inspire people to search through their collections in hopes of making a remarkable discovery. The coin market is driven by several factors including rarity, condition, demand, historical significance, and collector competition. When these factors align, prices can reach extraordinary levels. Collectors are often willing to pay substantial amounts for coins that complete important collections or represent unique opportunities. The possibility of finding a highly valuable coin among ordinary pocket change is one reason coin collecting remains one of the most popular hobbies in the world. Another reason the 1990 Liberty 1 cent attracts attention is its accessibility. Unlike some rare coins that disappeared from circulation generations ago, many people still encounter modern Lincoln cents in everyday life. This creates excitement because collectors know that valuable discoveries are still possible. Every roll of pennies, every old coin jar, and every inherited collection could contain a hidden treasure waiting to be identified. Professional grading services have also played an important role in the popularity of modern Lincoln cents. Coins receiving top grades are often viewed as elite collectibles. Even tiny differences in preservation can dramatically affect market value. A coin with exceptional eye appeal, strong strike quality, and nearly flawless surfaces can achieve remarkable prices when offered to serious collectors. The history of the Lincoln cent itself adds another layer of fascination. Introduced in 1909, the coin became the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical figure rather than a symbolic representation. Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy has helped maintain collector interest for more than a century. Every Lincoln cent tells a story of American history, national pride, and the evolution of coinage design. As interest in rare coins continues to grow, collectors around the world are paying closer attention to modern issues. The 1990 Liberty 1 cent serves as a perfect example of how even relatively recent coins can develop significant collector demand. What once seemed like an ordinary penny can become a prized collectible worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars under the right circumstances. Imagine discovering a rare 1990 Liberty 1 cent hidden among common coins. That possibility keeps collectors searching every day. Whether examining old rolls from the bank, sorting inherited collections, or checking pocket change, enthusiasts understand that valuable finds can appear when least expected. The thrill of the hunt is one of the greatest rewards in numismatics. The market for collectible coins continues evolving as new generations of collectors enter the hobby. Online auctions, coin shows, dealer networks, and grading services have expanded opportunities for buying and selling rare coins. As awareness increases, remarkable coins often attract competitive bidding, pushing values to impressive levels and creating exciting headlines throughout the collecting community. For anyone interested in coin collecting, the Liberty 1 cent 1990 represents an excellent reminder that every coin deserves a closer look. History, artistry, rarity, condition, and collector demand all contribute to a coin's value. What appears ordinary today may become tomorrow's headline-making treasure. The possibility of uncovering an extraordinary coin worth $779,323 continues inspiring collectors to explore the fascinating world of numismatics. Thank you for joining us on Rare U.S. Coins. Today we are exploring a coin that millions of people have seen, handled, and spent without a second thought, yet collectors across the country continue searching through pocket change and old coin jars hoping to find a special example. We are talking about the Liberty 1 cent 2003 United States coin, a fascinating piece of American history that carries far more significance than its face value of 1 cent. At first glance, the 2003 Lincoln cent may appear to be an ordinary coin, but the story behind this small copper-plated coin is filled with history, collecting excitement, rare varieties, and surprising values that continue to attract attention from coin enthusiasts around the world. The year 2003 was an important period in American history. The United States was experiencing significant political, economic, and technological changes, and the Lincoln cent remained one of the most recognizable coins ever produced by the United States Mint. Since its introduction in 1909, the Lincoln cent has become a symbol of American heritage, honoring one of the nation's most respected presidents, Abraham Lincoln. The 2003 cent continued this proud tradition, featuring Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the famous Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse. Millions of these coins entered circulation, passing through countless hands, cash registers, banks, and collections. Many people assume that because so many 2003 pennies were produced, none of them can be valuable. However, experienced collectors know that rarity is not always determined solely by mintage numbers. Condition, mint errors, striking quality, color designation, and certification grades can dramatically increase a coin's value. While ordinary circulated examples are usually worth only a few cents, exceptional specimens have attracted significant interest in the collector market. The highest grade examples can command impressive prices because finding a perfect coin that has survived for more than 2 decades without marks, scratches, discoloration, or wear is far more difficult than most people realize. One of the reasons collectors are fascinated by the 2003 Lincoln cent is the possibility of discovering valuable mint errors. Throughout the history of American coinage, minting mistakes have created some of the most sought-after collectibles in the hobby. Double strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks, die breaks, broadstrikes, and other unusual production errors can transform an ordinary penny into a highly desirable collector's item. Some error coins have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the rarity and visibility of the mistake. This possibility keeps collectors searching through rolls of pennies, hoping to uncover a hidden treasure that others may have overlooked. The design of the 2003 Lincoln cent continues a tradition that began nearly a century earlier. Abraham Lincoln's portrait remains one of the most iconic images ever placed on a United States coin. His leadership during the Civil War and his commitment to preserving the Union made him one of the most respected figures in American history. Every 2003 cent serves as a miniature reminder of Lincoln's legacy and the values he represented. The reverse design featuring the Lincoln Memorial was equally significant, symbolizing national unity and remembrance. Together, these designs created a coin that was both practical and historically meaningful. Collectors often focus on the condition of a coin when determining value. A heavily circulated 2003 cent may show scratches, worn surfaces, and loss of original luster. However, coins preserved in uncirculated condition can be dramatically more valuable. Mint state examples exhibiting brilliant red color and strong strike details are especially desirable. Professional grading services evaluate coins using strict standards, and even a small difference in grade can mean the difference between a modest value and a significant collector premium. For this reason, serious collectors carefully examine every coin they encounter. The market for Lincoln cents remains one of the strongest areas of coin collecting in the United States. New collectors often begin with pennies because they are affordable and readily available, while advanced collectors pursue rare dates, varieties, and high-grade examples. This broad appeal helps maintain steady demand across the marketplace. Coin shows, auctions, online marketplaces, and dealer inventories frequently feature Lincoln cents, and competition can become intense when exceptional examples appear for sale. As interest in numismatics continues to grow, demand for high-quality coins remains strong. Now comes the exciting part that many viewers have been waiting for. Certain reports and collector discussions have highlighted exceptional examples of the 2003 Liberty 1 cent reaching astonishing market values when associated with extraordinary grades, rare characteristics, or highly desirable collector demand. Some promotional market estimates have suggested values as high as $779,373 for extraordinary examples under very specific circumstances. Such figures attract tremendous attention because they demonstrate the incredible potential that rare and exceptional coins can achieve in the marketplace. While ordinary examples are worth far less, stories of remarkable sales inspire collectors to continue searching through their collections in hopes of discovering something truly special. Imagine opening an old coin jar that has been sitting untouched for years. Among hundreds of ordinary pennies, you notice a bright 2003 cent with exceptional color and sharp details. Upon closer inspection, you discover unusual characteristics that suggest a possible mint error or premium grade. After professional evaluation, what once seemed like a common coin could reveal itself as a highly collectible treasure. Stories like these have fueled the excitement of coin collecting for generations and continue to inspire enthusiasts today. Another factor contributing to the popularity of the 2003 Lincoln cent is accessibility. Unlike extremely rare coins that most people will never encounter, 2003 pennies can still be found in circulation, bank rolls, and accumulated collections. This creates a sense of possibility that appeals to collectors of all ages. Every penny searched becomes an opportunity to learn about history, minting technology, and the fascinating world of numismatics. Even if a valuable rarity is not discovered, the experience itself often deepens appreciation for American coinage. The United States Mint produced billions of cents throughout the Lincoln Memorial era, yet only a tiny fraction survive in truly exceptional condition. Time, circulation, environmental exposure, and handling gradually reduce the number of premium quality examples. As a result, collectors continue competing for the finest known specimens. Registry set participants, who strive to assemble the highest-ranked collections, often pay substantial premiums for top-graded coins. This competitive environment can elevate values dramatically when extraordinary examples become available. For collectors interested in evaluating a 2003 Liberty 1 cent, several characteristics deserve attention. Examine the coin under proper lighting. Look for original red color, strong strike quality, minimal contact marks, and any unusual minting features. Compare the coin with known examples and consider professional grading if it appears exceptional. Patience and knowledge are essential because identifying valuable characteristics often requires careful observation and research. The enduring appeal of the Lincoln cent demonstrates the remarkable power of coin collecting. A simple 1-cent coin can connect us to history, artistry, economics, and the thrill of discovery. Whether worth a single cent or an extraordinary collector premium, each coin tells a story about the nation that produced it and the people who used it. The 2003 Liberty 1 cent remains a compelling example of how even modern coins can capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. As the collector market evolves, interest in high-grade Lincoln cents continues to grow. Future generations of collectors may place even greater importance on preserving outstanding examples of modern coinage. What seems common today can become increasingly difficult to find tomorrow, particularly in pristine condition. This reality encourages collectors to examine their coins carefully and preserve exceptional pieces whenever they are discovered. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey through the history, value, and collecting potential of the 2003 Liberty 1 cent. The next time you receive change from a purchase, remember that hidden among ordinary coins could be a fascinating piece of American history waiting to be recognized. Keep searching, keep collecting, and keep learning because every coin has a story, and sometimes that story can be worth far more than anyone ever imagined. Until next time, this is Rare US Coins. Today, we are exploring a fascinating coin that millions of people have seen but very few have ever taken the time to examine closely. We are talking about the 2005 Lincoln Liberty 1 cent, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance but carries an incredible story, an important place in American history, and a surprising level of interest among collectors. Many people ignore pennies because they are worth only 1 cent in everyday transactions, but experienced coin collectors know that certain pennies can become highly desirable and sometimes extremely valuable. The 2005 Lincoln cent is one of those coins that deserves a closer look. Produced at the Denver Mint, this small copper-plated coin represents a remarkable chapter in the long-running Lincoln cent series, one of the most beloved coin programs in United States history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of the birth of President Abraham Lincoln. This was a groundbreaking moment because Lincoln became the first real person ever featured on a regularly circulating United States coin. Before that time, American coins generally displayed symbolic figures rather than actual historical individuals. The design quickly became popular, and over the decades the Lincoln cent evolved into one of the most recognizable coins in the world. By the time the 2005 Lincoln cent entered circulation, the series had already become deeply woven into American culture. Generations of Americans had carried Lincoln cents in their pockets, saved them in jars, and searched through them hoping to find valuable rarities. The 2005 Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, identified by the small d mint mark located below the date. Millions of these coins were produced for circulation, but collectors understand that mintage alone does not determine value. Condition, rarity, striking quality, errors, and collector demand all play important roles in determining how much a coin may be worth. While most 2005 cents remain common, certain examples have attracted significant attention in the numismatic marketplace because of their exceptional preservation and unique characteristics. Looking closely at the obverse of the coin, collectors can admire the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln created by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's dignified profile has appeared on the cent for more than a century, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. The word liberty appears beside Lincoln, while the national motto "In God We Trust" is displayed above his portrait. These familiar elements have become symbols of continuity and tradition within the United States Mint's coinage program. The reverse of the 2005 Lincoln cent features the Lincoln Memorial design, which was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln Memorial reverse remained in use until 2008, making it one of the most recognizable coin designs ever produced. Remarkably, if viewed under magnification, a tiny image of Lincoln can actually be seen seated within the memorial, making the coin unique because it effectively displays Lincoln on both sides. This hidden detail has fascinated collectors for decades and remains one of the most interesting aspects of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series. The composition of the 2005 D cent is primarily zinc with a thin copper plating. Although it appears to be made of solid copper, modern cents contain a zinc core covered by a layer of copper. This composition change occurred in 1982 due to rising metal prices. Even with this change, the Lincoln cent retained its familiar appearance and continued to serve as a cornerstone of everyday commerce across the United States. Now let's discuss the subject that excites collectors the most: value. Most circulated 2005 D Lincoln cents are worth only a few cents above face value. However, coins preserved in exceptional condition can command much higher prices. Uncirculated examples displaying brilliant original surfaces, strong luster, and minimal contact marks are highly sought after by collectors assembling registry quality sets. Professional grading services carefully evaluate these coins, assigning grades that significantly influence market value. A coin graded mint state 65 may sell for several dollars, while examples graded mint state 67 can reach substantially higher prices. The rarest top population examples with extraordinary eye appeal and nearly flawless surfaces have achieved remarkable auction results. Collectors compete aggressively for these elite specimens because they represent the finest known examples of the issue. As a result, values can rise dramatically when a coin reaches the highest certified grades. Another factor that can increase the value of a 2005 D Lincoln cent is the presence of mint errors. Error coins have always fascinated collectors because they provide a glimpse into the manufacturing process at the United States Mint. Off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, clipped planchets, and other unusual varieties can transform an ordinary penny into a highly desirable collectible. Depending on the nature and severity of the error, values can range from tens of dollars to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Many collectors search through rolls of pennies hoping to discover overlooked treasures. This activity, known as coin roll hunting, has become increasingly popular because valuable coins occasionally remain hidden in circulation. While finding a rare error is never guaranteed, the excitement of the hunt continues to attract enthusiasts of all ages. Every penny examined carries the possibility of revealing something extraordinary. The current market for Lincoln cents remains strong due to the enormous popularity of the series. Millions of collectors actively seek Lincoln cents, making them one of the most widely collected coin types in the United States. This large collector base creates steady demand for high-quality examples and helps support long-term market interest. Even modern issues like the 2005 D cent can become important components of advanced collections when found in exceptional condition. According to the value figure associated with today's featured coin, the estimated market value being discussed is an astonishing $779,324. Such a figure represents the kind of extraordinary valuation that collectors dream about when examining their coins. Values at this level are typically associated with exceptionally rare circumstances involving extraordinary preservation, unique errors, or elite collector demand. Stories of valuable pennies continue to inspire collectors around the world because they demonstrate how a seemingly ordinary coin can become an object of tremendous interest and value. The history of the Lincoln cent series teaches an important lesson. Great treasures do not always come in large packages. Sometimes they fit in the palm of your hand. The 2005 D Lincoln Liberty 1 cent serves as a reminder that every coin has a story. It reflects American history, honors one of the nation's greatest presidents, and connects generations of collectors through a shared passion for discovery. Whether you are a beginner searching through pocket change or an experienced numismatist building an advanced collection, the excitement of finding a special coin never fades. As the years pass, fewer pristine examples of the 2005 Lincoln cent remain available because coins are lost, damaged, or worn through circulation. This gradual reduction in high-quality survivors increases collector interest in the finest examples. Future generations may look back at today's coins with the same fascination collectors now have for older issues, making preservation and careful collecting more important than ever. Imagine discovering a forgotten jar of pennies in an attic, basement, or old family collection. Among those coins could be a remarkable example waiting to be recognized. That possibility is what keeps collectors searching and learning. Every coin carries potential, and every collection holds the promise of an exciting discovery. The 2005 Lincoln Liberty 1 cent stands as a perfect example of how history, artistry, rarity, and collector enthusiasm can combine to create a truly fascinating coin. Thank you for joining us on Rare US Coins.